Good afternoon. This is Barbara A. Prokopich. I'm a conservative. I live in eastern Washington State, and the subject I'm bringing up today is something that's all around you, affects you every moment of every day. It's called government control, and it's not just the little things, but the big ones too. And we have special decals now in New York City where taxi cabs have to pay about $1,000 or more for a decal to put on the back of their taxi cabs, and if they don't, they'll lose their job or have to pay a penalty or go to jail. And that is because it's the federal government, Mr. Obama's new program to take away more jobs. Well, when it comes to the federal government, there's no stopping them, and I just want you to be aware of all the things that and the far-reaching tentacles that they have and what they're using on you. There's 1,000 out of work. In Hanford, in eastern Washington, there's another 2,500 going to be out of work. The military is taking over the nuclear plant. What else will they be taking over? It's called federal takeover. Now we have farmers that cannot grow a lot of things in their fields because they're being told by the federal government, well, we'll pay you to not grow anything. And then we have schools and churches in all our cities, and not just in Washington State, but all across the country. Schools that are actually going without, their funds and their programs are dropping, and if they can't keep going, they'll have to close their doors. And it doesn't matter the religion, because if it's too much for Obama and it's part of the sequestration, then it has to go. Yet Mr. Obama has green parties at the White House called St. Patrick's Day, a fiesta. He has egg rolls for the kids, and he makes a trip to Israel, promising ironclad sequestering action against Iran. Well, what happens when Papa's, that's an asteroid coming to visit us in about 2029, maybe sooner. And what will he be using then? Will he have 2 toothpicks and 2 martinis? Or a lopsided heterosexual in the White House asking Hillary Clinton to give us a special edition on education and lesbian activity? How low has Obama's administration bent? Good morals and ambitious people being given back seat to livelihood, part-time hours, and excuses of trials and errors being told melt down to more revenues. Possibly, please compare Syria, Yemen, Greece, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, Israel, and their history. And how much does Democrats really want to have as a ransom? All the while, our gold and silver is losing. Buy your freedom of the Second Amendment if you start relinquishing little by little now. Beware of the reptilians of the Biden and Obama federal maze. Meet behind closed doors. Alzheimer's Reid and Pelosi satire to disengage America, beliefs and backbone. Communication on Nazi activities, cells found across our own borders and our boundaries, plotting Al-Qaeda attacks, and Muslims, of course, are included. The UN in New York City must be uprooted. The plundering Bloomberg must be silenced. Lawful people in all American cities need to become more vigilant. Transfers and people that are felons must be watched. Hypocritical Democrats will take money, even jeopardizing our very security and future. It's in the cards, folks. Who's the slaves or the puppeteers? Benghazi is not the only picture. Please consider Obama's impeachment and Biden as well. The Democrats' dismissal. Cannot you see, as outsiders, what other countries really think of America? Twisted, perverted activities called good examples from, namely, the White House. The immigrants you have in this country, you have a lot to fear. America is rusting away, calling her lies the truth, and the truth the lies. So how are you to know the difference? So I suggest you do a lot of research and dig. Do not give up the Second Amendment. The demise. Love this country or leave it, Barack and Michelle and the mobsters and those that are lawbreakers. hooligans, you will be found out. There are times coming when even you can't hide. Thank you, law enforcement, for not being defragged or ill-maneuvered by your own bosses. Rand Paul, if the letters were in reverse, it's Paul Revere. How many individuals will wrap themselves in old glory tradition and keep the vigilante going, throwing out those who would have us carry heavier yokes? And he has done it. What's wrong with the rest of you deadheads? Namely, Barack Obama. Middle name is Hussein, who seeks Hollywood tyranny to further his cause. Yes, America, you will fall. Don't hide behind Israel, Mr. Obama. Where do you stand? Will you be counted as an American citizen, burdened, starved, lose of your homes by arson, and banks' failures, imprisoned for your own beliefs? These are things on the horizon. So if you have intentions to say your prayers, I recommend it highly. Don't kid yourself. The rich are playing for keeps. Get educated and persevere, America. You must be armed by the army of the free, the educated, and the constitutional strongholds. 10,000 Feinsteins will not deter us from our military and badges of freedom. You must earn freedom, keep it, and fight for it. In the distant future, is our asteroid that's coming? Are we to fight it off with baseball bats? That's the mentality here. Something has to give. I thank you. This is Barbara A. Prokopich. I will stay tuned 24/7, 7 days a week. And I'll tell you what, things have got to change. I can read a comic book or read the book on Max Madman, and I might get more information out of there than I can get from my own Washington, D.C. This has got to come to a halt. No more spending and no more cutting. And quit hinting that the Social Security and Medicare have to be the ones to take the brunt. What happened to the real true men of this country? Have they gotten soft and sour? Because America will stand as a republic for which it stands, one nation under God. Yes, the God Almighty above. The one that's in office is no God. He's a mortal man, and don't you forget it. This is Barbara A. Prokopich signing off. But I'll be back, and I would like you to keep watch. And please be vigilant because our country's in deep doo-doo. Have a great day.